Welcome back to the Florida Veterans Real Estate Podcast. I'm Darian's avatar, and today we're talking about your most critical hire, the one who carries the heavy ammo, your VA loan officer. Here's the tactical truth. Most loan officers are civilians who have only a passing familiarity with the VA loan system. They treat it like FHA or conventional. They don't understand the nuance of disability income, the speed required for a Florida spec home closing, or the builder credit stack strategy we discussed in episode 3. Hiring an amateur in this mission is like sending a new recruit with a broken radio into a combat zone. It guarantees failure. It guarantees delays. It guarantees you pay more money. In a market dominated by new construction and tight closing deadlines, you need a VA specialist, someone who lives and breathes the VA manual. They are your financial sniper, ensuring every dollar of your benefit hits its target. This episode is your vetting field manual. You will learn the 5 questions that immediately separate the specialized VA loan officer from the weekend warrior. You will learn how to demand a 30-day closing guarantee and why your lender needs to have a direct line to the builder's corporate office. This is about establishing a clear chain of command and demanding a higher standard of service. Today, we will cover the enemy's weaknesses, the amateur traps, and establish the criteria for your champion. The 5 non-negotiable vetting questions to determine true expertise. Why speed is currency. The power of a 30-day closing guarantee in the Florida new construction market. Disability income mastery. How an expert lender maximizes your buying power using tax-exempt income. The builder's trap. How bad lenders cost you thousands in builder incentives. A sharp VA loan officer is the difference between a successful zero-down closing and a failed contract that costs you earnest money. Let's start the mission brief. The biggest myth propagated by the industry is that a rate is a rate and a lender is a lender. False. While the VA loan itself is a federally guaranteed product, the execution of that loan is entirely up to the individual lender. Here is the danger zone, the gap where most veterans lose thousands. 1. The 60-day closing drag. Many conventional lenders treat a VA loan as a slow, cumbersome 60-day process. In the Florida market, particularly when dealing with national builders who want quick closings, a 60-day offer is often rejected outright in favor of a 30-day conventional cash offer. Your VA benefit is the most powerful financial tool, yet an amateur lender makes it look weak and slow. A true VA specialist can consistently close a VA loan in 30 days or less, giving you the competitive edge of a cash buyer. 2. The appraisal. Nightmare. The VA appraisal is different. It's a full minimum property requirement, MPR, review. An amateur lender panics when the appraisal comes in low or flags a minor repair. A specialist knows how to coordinate with the builder, leverage the value guarantee clause, as discussed in episode 4, and navigate the VA-specific paperwork to keep the deal alive. A bad lender will simply tell you the deal is dead. 3. The tax-exempt income failure. VA disability income and military basic allowance for housing are often tax-exempt. An amateur lender calculates your income incorrectly, failing to gross up the tax-exempt income, thereby severely reducing your debt-to-income (DTI) ratio. This means you qualify for a much smaller loan than you actually deserve. This is the difference between a $350,000 spec home and the $450,000 home you need for your family's equity growth. A specialist knows how to calculate this income for maximum borrowing power. You are not just looking for a low rate. You are looking for a VA closing architect, someone who guarantees execution, speed, and maximum financial leverage. If your lender can't perform under pressure, your mission fails. Your interview with a potential lender should not be a casual chat. It should be a tactical interrogation. You are vetting their experience, their system, and their commitment to the VA closing process. Here are the 5 questions that immediately expose the amateur. Question 1. What is your guaranteed turnaround time for a VA appraisal once the contract is executed? The right answer. We order the appraisal immediately, and our in-house VA staff reviews it. Our guaranteed cycle time is 10 to 14 days from order to report in hand. The wrong answer. It depends on the VA. This signals they use a slow, generalized ordering system and have no in-house control. Question 2. How do you handle the builder credit stack? Specifically, what is your minimum required builder credit for a VA closing? The right answer. We advise you to negotiate up to the full 4% seller concession allowed by the VA for closing costs. We use those credits to pay off your VA funding fee, buy down your rate, and cover all escrow deposits, aiming for a zero out-of-pocket closing. The wrong answer, just negotiate a few thousand for your closing costs. This shows they don't know the maximum allowed leverage. Question 3. What percentage do you use to gross up VA tax-exempt income for DTI calculation? The right answer, we use the full VA guideline, which allows us to gross up tax-exempt income by 15% to 25% to offset the lack of federal taxes. For every dollar of tax-free income, we can show $1.25 of qualifying income. The wrong answer, what is gross up? Immediately terminate the call. They will cost you thousands in borrowing power. Question 4. How many of the last 10 VA loans you closed were on Florida new construction homes? The right answer, 8 or 9. We specialize in the new construction addendums and the final certificate of occupancy requirements that Florida builders demand. The wrong answer, 1 or 2. I mostly do conventional refinances. They are not fluent in the complexities of coordinating VA inspections with a builder's production schedule. Question 5. What is your internal process for converting a low VA appraisal into a successful closing? The right answer. We immediately review the comps, provide the agent with supporting data for a reconsideration of value (ROV) request, and contact the builder with a documented strategy for them to bridge the gap with an incentive or contract price reduction. The wrong answer. The veteran has to bring cash to the table. They are already setting you up for failure and a down payment. If a lender cannot answer these 5 questions with confidence and specificity, they are not fit for your mission. Find a specialist. In the Florida market, particularly around the major growth areas of Clay County, St. Johns, and the Space Coast, speed is currency. We are focused on new construction spec homes because they eliminate the bidding wars of the resale market. However, builders also want to turn their inventory quickly. Why the 30-day closing guarantee is non-negotiable. National builders often offer their own preferred lender incentives, which we learned in episode 3 is a strategic play. But if you walk in with an outside VA loan, you must match the speed of the builder's in-house team. 1. Competitive edge. A guaranteed 30-day VA close makes your offer look as strong as a conventional or cash offer. It eliminates the builder's biggest fear, that the VA process will drag for 60 days, tying up their inventory. 2. Incentive leverage. When you prove your lender is a top-tier VA operator, the builder is more willing to play ball with your builder credit stack request. They see a professional team, not a liability. 3. The local knowledge test. Your lender needs to be intimately familiar with the specific local title companies, appraiser panels, and inspection processes in your target Florida county. A lender in California cannot navigate the intricacies of a Clay County closing process as efficiently as a Florida specialist. The ideal lender is one who has successfully closed multiple homes in your chosen builder's subdivisions. Ask your realtor, which lenders are closing deals for this builder in 30 days right now? Use your realtor's intelligence to vet the lender's performance, not just their advertised rates. Rates matter, but a failed closing costs you the house and the non-refundable earnest money deposit. A 30-day closing guarantee is your financial security blanket. We are looking for a VA direct endorsement DE lender who has in-house underwriters and processors. This internal control over the VA process is what shaves off those crucial weeks, transforming your VA offer into a powerful winning bid. This segment is dedicated to the ultimate financial stack for disabled veterans. Disability income, plus $0 down, plus tax exemption. If you have a service-connected disability rating, Your lender needs to treat your income like the financial powerhouse it is. Advantage 1, the gross up for qualification. As we touched on, VA disability compensation is tax exempt. The average civilian income is reduced by 20% to 30% for federal taxes, severely limiting their purchasing power. Your disability income is not subject to this. A specialist lender will gross up your disability income. Example, you receive $3,000 per month in disability pay. A non-VA lender may just count the $3,000. A specialist will increase this to reflect the tax-free status, often multiplying it by a factor of 115 to 1.25. So your $3,000 is treated as a qualifying income of $3,750 using a 1.25 factor. The impact. That extra $750 in monthly income dramatically improves your debt-to-income ratio, potentially increasing your maximum allowable loan amount by tens of thousands of dollars. This is pure financial leverage. Advantage 2, the funding fee waiver stack. As a disabled veteran, you are exempt from the VA funding fee, saving you thousands of dollars at closing, but a specialist lender takes this a step further by stacking it with the builder credit strategy. 1. Funding fee is 0. Saves the veteran 2.15% to 3.3% of the loan amount. 2. Builder credit. The veteran negotiates the max 4% builder credit. 3. The result, the builder credit is now free to be used for things like buying down your interest rate, prepaying homeowners insurance, crucial in Florida, or covering the rest of your closing costs. If your lender can't articulate this disability income power stack with precise numbers, they are leaving your money on the table. The people I listen to, Seth Godwin, Onyx Singal, Jasmine DeLucci, Brandon Taylor, and Ben Malla would all tell you that you must demand the highest return on your earned benefit. Your lender is the gatekeeper to this return. Here is the counterintelligence report on the common scams and pitfalls you must avoid when vetting a VA lender. These are the red flags that signal a system failure is imminent. Red flag 1, the rate bait and switch. Many lenders advertise a ridiculously low rate to get you to call, a classic rate bait tactic. Once you are in the system, they tell you that rate was only for a perfect 800 credit score and a 15-day closing, or they make up a reason why you don't qualify. Protection. Demand a loan estimate, LE, and a pre-approval letter based on your actual credit and income before you submit an offer. The LE shows the true interest rate, fees, and annual percentage rate, APR. If they are hesitant to provide the LE, walk away. Red flag 2, the third-party processing lie. A lender that tells you, we use a third-party processing service for VA loans, is telling you they have no control over the timeline. This is a huge risk in a fast-moving Florida market. Protection. Ask, are your underwriters and processors in-house and dedicated to VA files, or are they outsourced? Only accept an in-house team. This is your guarantee of speed and accountability. Red flag 3. Pushing FHA or conventional first. If a lender spends more time trying to convince you to use an FHA or conventional loan, even when you qualify for VA, it's a massive red flag. This signals they are either A, incompetent with VA loans, or B, they are chasing a higher commission on the non-VA product. Protection. The VA loan is almost always superior for zero-down buyers. If they actively discourage it, they are not your partner. Red flag 4, the just pay the fees trap. If a lender simply accepts your VA loan funding fee without asking for your disability documentation, VA Form 268937, they are automatically defaulting you to pay thousands of dollars you don't owe. Protection. You must be proactive. Tell the lender immediately, I am a disabled veteran. I am exempt from the VA funding fee. Ensure this is noted on my COE and factored into the loan estimate. The funding fee waiver is your right. Don't let an amateur steal it. Your VA loan officer is your co-pilot. They must be a specialist, or you risk the entire mission. That concludes our mission on vetting your most valuable financial asset, your VA loan officer. Here's the after-action report. Demand specialization. Only work with lenders who can prove they close 30-day VA loans on new construction. Test their knowledge. Use the 5 vetting questions to expose amateurs instantly. If they fail the gross-up test on tax-exempt income, drop them. Leverage your disability. Ensure your lender utilizes your tax-exempt income to maximize your DTI, increasing your buying power. Protect your cash. Your lender must be aligned with your realtor to execute the builder credit stack for a zero out-of-pocket closing. This mission is simple. Maximum benefit, maximum speed, maximum financial leverage. Don't settle for less than the best. Your net worth depends on it, because finding a truly specialized VA lender who understands the Florida market and the new construction game is the hardest part. I've compiled a vetted loan officer contact list, a curated list of the absolute best VA specialists I've worked with across the North Florida region. These are people who have earned the right to close a veteran's deal. To get the vetted loan officer contact list, DM me the word lender right now. Thank you for tuning in to the Florida Veterans Real Estate Podcast. Remember, everything you want is on the other side of fear.